The Trump administration is cracking down on benefit fraud across the country, now announcing a new round of charges in Massachusetts. Connor Hansen joins us with all of the details. Good to see you, Connor.
White House Fraud Task Force say they have arrested 15 people responsible for more than $1 million worth of fraud. And get this, 11 of them were illegal immigrants stealing the identities of U.S. citizens, blocking them out of some crucial programs. Take a listen.
American citizens were boxed out of these programs because illegal aliens took their names to then take their money, or more accurately, your money, the American taxpayers' money. Illegal immigration carries real and substantial costs to American taxpayers.
The task force says some of these cases were uncovered after Americans went to apply for benefits and were denied, not only because someone had already used their identity in these programs, but also used their identities to commit crimes. The fraud offenses ranged from $4,000 to $500,000. Suspects allegedly scammed SNAP benefits, disability, and Social Security programs. Federal prosecutors criticized state leaders like Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey for not doing enough to prevent these crimes from happening in the first place.
Until they can actually verify that a person who is coming in and saying who they are is the actual truth, then I think the buck is going to continue to stop with her.
And we did reach out to the governor's office, but did not hear back right away. DOJ fraud czar Colin McDonald is saying they're going to announce more major fraud cases next week. Thousands of people each year fall victim to these types of crimes. Lydia.
Connor Hansen there for us live. Thank you very much, Connor.
You got it.
Steve, it feels like the work is cut out for them. This has been a problem that's been ignored for years and is festering. I mean, there's so much that you can say about this. The money that's being recovered, the people that are being indicted, illegal migrants in this case, illegal immigrants, the fact that it was allowed to happen and not stopped sooner. You know, what are you taking away from the Trump administration's really targeting and uprooting and getting the fraud out?
Well, a couple things. One is, have you noticed that all of these stories that are coming out now about fraud in Medicaid, food stamps, earned income tax credit, all these programs, they're all blue states? Have you noticed that? It's New York, it's Illinois, it's California, it's Minnesota, and now we're seeing this in Massachusetts. The problem with these programs is they incentivize people to cheat. In other words, the mayors and governors say, yeah, put as many people on food stamps as possible because the federal taxpayers are going to pay for it. So it's an incentive structure that is so devious, and we ought to have a system that really penalizes these states for cheating. Just like we should throw people in jail if they. How many people have been thrown in jail for fraud in these programs?
It's a great question.
Put them in jail. I mean, this is
question.
theft. This is thievery.
Well, in this case, I think he said 11 or 15 people indicted. Now comes the prosecution. So to Steve's point, Taylor, I mean, they should face the absolute stiffest penalties.
Absolutely. But Lydia, I'm going to come for you now because we were having a conversation in break where we were discussing SNAP benefits. I know this is a little bit of a tangent here, but I want very, very strict rules on SNAP. I want very narrow scope. And if you get SNAP benefits, I'm going to decide what you can and can't buy with those SNAP benefits, because as we've known, these programs are ripe with fraud. Anytime there's the government involved, there's fraud. I'm of the belief that government, by and large, is more harmful than they are helpful. So with all of these programs, if we're going to do them, we need very, very strict requirements on what we can use these for, because it is our money at the end of the day. I'm working my butt off, paying 50% taxes. To me, that is theft.
Yeah, I think that is a bit distinct from, you know, allowing what people can and cannot spend their money on versus the oversight to make sure that they're spending the money according to the law. So it's a little bit of a different issue. But I think the point still remains. And I think to Steve's other point that was really good, Dagan, is that why is this happening in blue states? I remember when President Trump first returned to office, he really wanted to drill down on the SNAP benefits, Taylor, and he asked all states for access to data in their states. Please turn it over so we can uproot the fraud. And I think it was something like 20 blue states
didn't even
refused.
Right.
They refused to participate.
Well, the profligacy, though, at the federal level is bipartisan. And that's how we got into this trouble in the first place. And I just want to note that, because I'm on the board of Patrick Henry's home and burial place, one of our founding fathers, that in 1788 he warned against how would Americans, quote, bear the enormous and extravagant expenses which will certainly attend the support of this great consolidated government. America would find no reduction of the public burdens by this new system. He was opposed to taxation, and he talked about the fallibility of human nature, and that's why he demanded that we have a Bill of Rights. Too bad I wasn't included in the promos that they had for the 250. That's
Ryan,
really unfortunate,
your quick thoughts
isn't it?
about promos or fraud? You take it where you want to go.
I just wish
Patrick Henry.
I wish we
Please
could
get
have
enough of that.
Patrick Henry's reflections on the Leering Center.
First Amendment, Second
a great
Amendment,
point.
none of that would exist without Patrick Henry.
He was a great founding
Give me
father.
liberty or give me death.